So this is the shoulder to nipple line on the bust, and this is the half length. We are making off shoulder bustier. So I'll start my measurements from half length here. So the first thing to do is to divide your nipple to nipple measurement by 2. So the nipple to nipple I'm using is 7 divided by 2, that will be 3.5. So at the half length here, from the folded side here, take 3.5. At the on the bust line here, take the same 3.5. Now when you get to your shoulder to nipple line here, you add ½ inch to the 3.5 you took down here, so that will be 4. So we have 4 here, and the same 4 is what we will take up here. Then you connect this line. So I'm connecting my lines. So I've connected my lines. Now you come to this side. This is the side that makes our bustier. Now to the shaping of the side. Is this side that will bring out our breast shape. So if the person, as I've said in my other videos, if the person is breast, we are looking at the breast, not the bust size. If the person's breast is on the small side, you take 2 inches. If it's on the medium size, you take 2.5. If it's on the big size, you take 3 inches. So this is on the small size, so I'm taking 2 inches. So 2 inches here at the half length, and at the on the bust you take the same 2 inches. Now when you get to the shoulder to nipple point, you come up by 1 and come down by 1. Come up by 1 inch, come up by 1 inch, and come down by 1 inch. Now up here you take whatever you have taken here. If it is 2, you take 2. If it is 2.5, you take 2.5. If it is 3, you take 3. So I took 2, then I'll take 2 here again. Then you connect your lines, making sure that you don't have a sharp edge here. So if you have a French curve, you can use it, and if you don't, make sure you curve your hand very well. So this is the shape that I have here. Now the next thing to do is to input your measurements. So you have 2 options in inputting your measurements. Is either you first cut out this place, or you just input your measurement directly. Now we are removing this. We are cutting out this shaded part. So I have cut out the middle part, the shaded part. Then you now place this slightly on this. Place this slightly on this. You have placed it, and input your measurement, making sure that your line matches. So the back measurement I'm using is 15 divided by 2, that's 7.5. So because we are making off shoulder, we'll remove 1.5 from that 7.5. That will be 6. Remember that we are removing 1.5. So the armhole line I'm using is 7.5. I'm using 7.5 for the armhole. So now at this armhole line, you input your bust measurement. The bust I'm using is 37 divided by 4, that's 9.5. Then you add your sewing allowance. I'm using sewing allowance of 2 inches. So you connect at this main measurement, you connect it to your back measurement. So this is what we have. Then you input your measurement. The underbust circumference is 32 divided by 4, that's 8. Sewing allowance of 2 inches. The waist is 34, that's 8.5. Sewing allowance of 2 inches. Then you connect your lines. You connect your lines and cut out. When you are making a bustier, to fold your fabric, you fold your fabric with your bust measurement divided by 4. then you add 5 or 6 inches to it. So this is what we have now. This is what we have. So now to make our neckline, just place it back. Place it back and shape out your neckline. So the neckline I'm using is slight. I just want it to be curved a little, so you can choose any neckline of your choice. Bring out your neckline. So we are done cutting for the front part. Now we cut the back part. I'll use this to cut the back part. Of the back, this is 2 inches for our zip allowance. Then you take the middle part of the front and place it like this. I like to have the same style line at the front and the back, so I'll place the middle part like this and just bring out this shape. Bring out the shape of the middle part of the front. Then at this place, 1 inch from down from the nipple point that we have here, mark the indication. Then take your dart of 1 inch here and blend it to this 1 inch on the bust. Then you input your other measurement. So it's because it is off shoulder, that's why I removed 4 inches up here. So you can make yours like what's it called, like 5 or not up to 4 inches, it depends. So the armhole I'm using is 7.5. Then here I'll place my bust measurement. The bust is 37 divided by 4, that's 9.25. Then sewing allowance of 2 inches. And because we'll be cutting out this part, we are cutting out this part, so we need 1 inch to join the two together. So we add 1 inch. Then come to the waistline here and input your waist measurement. So the waist measurement I'm using is 34, that's 8.5. The 1 inch I removed here for that, I'll replace it, that's 1 inch. Then I'll be joining the two back with 1 inch, that's another 1 inch. Then sewing allowance of 2 inches. So this is what I have here. Now coming to this upper part, to this shoulder part, the back measurement I'm using is 15 divided by 2, that is 7.5. Remember I said because we are making an off shoulder, we remove 1.5, so we'll be left with 6. So this is our 6, and we are cutting out this place. We need 1 inch to join the two together, so I'll add 1 here. So this one will be for joining these two parts together. Then I'll make my armhole like this, or instead of adding 1 to this place, you can cut this out. You can first cut this out like this. Let me cut this. I'll remove this. You can first cut this out, then place this slightly on this. So when you place it on it like this, there won't be any need for adding 1 because placing it, you have your allowance already. This is what I mean. The back we need is 6 inches. Can you see that we have 6 already here? After removing 1.5, we have 6. So placing it together, what we have placed together is what we use to join the two together. So thank you for watching. See you next time.
See you next time.